Good afternoon. Today we're doing our review for Chapter 2.5, this mini unit on combining like terms, distributing, and then combining both together. So we're going to review combining like terms first. All we're doing is putting together the terms that have the same variable or the same letter, like negative 8x and positive 3x. They all have the letter x, so we're going to combine them together. So just look at the numbers. Negative 8 plus 3. There are more negatives. 8 minus 3 will give you 5, so there are 5 more negatives. Different signs subtract. So negative 5x. And then this is a negative 10. Can't combine that with anything, so we just rewrite it. So negative 5x minus 10 is our answer. Second one, we have a couple different terms here we can combine together. Before I start, I can see that we have two negatives next to each other. The opposite of a negative makes a positive. So I'm going to combine in alphabetical order. X comes first. I'm going to do the x's first. Negative 8 and negative 15. Same sign, add and keep. They're all negatives. So 8 plus 15 more, or 15 plus 8. Either way, you get the same thing. We should get a 23x, but they're all negative, so negative 23x. And then we have positive 7y and a negative 6y. There are more positives. 7 minus 6 is 1, so plus 1y. Second row here, combining our like terms, I'm going to do the letters first, 5x and a negative 6x. There are more negatives. Different signs subtract. 6 minus 5 is 1. So we have negative 1x. And then we have a negative 11 and a positive 12. Combining those, there's more positives. 12 minus 11 is 1. There's our answer. Last one here. Again, I see the opposite of a negative. Those two make a positive. And I'm going to put a 1 in front of that b because I know if it's just a letter all by itself, there's only one of them. So I'm going to combine my letters first, negative 21b and a negative 1b. They're all negative, same sign, add and keep. 21 plus 1 is 22. So we have negative 22b. And then we have a positive 13 and a positive 18. Add them up. If you need to write things out at any time, feel free. That gives us 11 and 3, so 31. So plus 31 when we combine those two. If you have questions on combining like terms, please make sure you ask. Then we learned distributing. Some of you can do this without drawing a box. I'm going to draw a box to help us multiply. So here is our box. So we have first our teacher in our classroom. If our teacher is giving candy, it'd be nice to give it to both people or all the people inside the class. So we have 4 out front, multiplied by x, and multiplied by negative 6. This is really 1x. 4 times 1 is 4, and x. And then 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. So our answer is 4x minus 24. I would like you to actually try these two on your own and then click play to see if you got them correct. I'm going to make the boxes here to help me. Again, if you can do it without it, that's fine. However, double check to make sure you don't mess up on your negatives and positives. So we have teacher out front is 4 again, and then 3x plus 9. 4 times 3 gives us 12, so 12x. 4 times 9 is 36. So it's not 12x 36. This is a positive, so it's 12x plus 36. And the last one out front, we have negative 5x multiplied by 2x minus 8. So negative 5 times 2 is negative 10. X times x, remember, is x to the power of 2, or x squared. And then last, negative times a negative makes a positive. 8 times 5 is 40, and there's an x. So negative 10x squared plus 40x. Do not combine them. Okay? This is our answer. This is power of 2. This is only 1, so you cannot combine them. We normally just don't put that power of 1 on there. Flip over to the back side, and we're going to do a little bit of both now. Distribute and combine. So, if it helps, draw yourself a box so you can multiply. Whatever is in parentheses, our 2 terms, goes on top, x minus 7. Our teacher is always the closest one to the classroom, so our teacher is really the 4. We're multiplying the 4 by both of these. The 5x is just another person hanging out. Maybe they're in the hallway. We're going to put them in the little dashed box, plus 5x. They don't get that multiplication. They don't get multiplied by 4. 4 times x is just 4x. 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. So we're done multiplying. We have 4x minus 28 plus 5x. So combining our like terms, we have more than one term with an x. 4 plus 5 is 9, with 9x. And then minus 28. The second one's set up a little bit nicer for us. So there we go. Because we have our classroom, 5y plus 6, and our teacher right out front, 2. Then whatever's added or subtracted on the end or out front goes in the extra box in the hallway. 2 times 5 is 10, and we have the y, so 10y. 2 times 6 is 12, so we're done multiplying. We have 10y plus 12 plus 8. We only have one term with a letter, 10y, so it's just 10y. And then we can combine 12 plus 8, which is 20. I want you to try this one on your own. It's a little tricky, be careful here. And then click play to see if you got it right. So first, in our classroom, we have x and n minus 9. This negative is really a negative 1. Our teacher's hiding. It's really negative 1 up front. And then just nearby in the hallway is this 12. So negative 1 times 1 is negative 1x. A negative times a negative, or multiplying, makes a positive. So I have negative 1x plus 9 plus 12. So combining our like terms, we have 9 and 12. So we have negative 1x. They're all positive, so plus 21. I wrote the x's first. Always put the letter first, the term with the letter first, if you have one. All right, that is our review on combining like terms and distributing. You have a review worksheet, and you have a test coming up next.